Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Once again, I am Muriel. This is Nurse Muriel. This video is made the same day that I made the last video. So we are still at 762 subscribers. Once again, thank you all to my new subscribers. I just got back from taking my son out to eat. We went to have us some dinner. And now I am back to make a video. This one is a nursing video. This one is about long-term care again. Y'all know that's my specialty. Some people don't consider it a specialty, but it's geriatric, so it is a specialty. And before we get started, let me start by reminding you guys about my Nurse Brain booklets that I sell on my Etsy store. Oh, the ring light. I don't like that reflection. But yes, these are my booklets. These are the colors that they come in. They are for acute care, long-term care, shift reports, to help you become a better nurse at giving reports. Some of you know I made these booklets when I was working in the hospital because I found myself having so much difficulty giving a report and leaving out so much information. And so I made these for others who may be struggling with the same thing. I've given a couple of them away and to nursing graduates who are starting school, and I gave them as a gift. And they said that these helped them so much. They was like, it covered everything. And it helped them become thorough nurses at giving accurate reports. That was the acute care that I just showed you. This is long-term care. This will help you give a nice thorough report on your long-term care patients. For those nurses who like to be thorough, some nurses, you know, like if you're giving, like this is for, because you know it's a lot of nurses going in an agency who absolutely have no idea what they're doing, to be honest. There's this epidemic of nurses going straight out of school, straight into agency work, and they have no idea what they're doing. So if you know one of those nurses who plan to do that, get them a book. Get them a book so they can at least seem like they know what they're doing, because honestly, I don't know how nurses are going straight from school straight to agency with no training, just straight from school, from the NCLEX straight into an agency position. They're doing it. Lord, let's pray for those patients. Outside of that, y'all, I am Muriel. I am a long-term care registered nurse. And on this video, I just wanted to chit-chat a little bit about long-term care, y'all. I think I pretty much covered everything there is to really talk about in long-term care. It's kind of like almost like redundant. Nothing much seems to change in long-term care. And I love that. I love that for me. I love that for somebody who likes stability. When I was in the hospital, I like learning. Don't get me wrong, I love to learn. I love to learn. And I learned a lot in long-term care. I learned a lot in acute care. And I can honestly say working in acute care has made me a better long-term care nurse. I worked in long-term care for many, many years. And I can tell, like, I'm not going to say I was stifled in what I learned, but long-term care will stifle you in a way unless you're that type of nurse who likes to go above and beyond and learn new things on your own. What I learned in acute care, a lot of that stuff I could have learned on my own by self-studying. It's just that I didn't see where it was necessary for me to learn those things working in long-term care, because y'all know when a patient in long-term care starts to get acute, whenever something really acute and life-threatening goes on with them, we either just let the doctor know and we let them handle it, or we send them to the hospital. We don't really treat outside of infections and antibiotics and giving some IV, say we're giving some IV fluids or some IV antibiotics in the nursing home. Outside of stuff like that, we're not really handling acute exacerbations of symptoms for any chronic diagnosis that they may have. Like we have a low blood sugar, you know, we got a protocol to follow for that. We have IM injections we can give for a low blood sugar. They have high blood sugar, we have protocol to give for that. But if they have an extremely high blood sugar, like if a patient blood sugar is so high that it's not registering on the on the little acute thing, like if they're above 600 or something like that, we really don't have a protocol in place for that other than send them out to the hospital. So yeah, really acute exacerbations of symptoms for chronic diseases, we send them out. And so there was only so much I felt like I need to know working in long-term care. When I got in acute care, it was just a whole shit show. Like every diseases I never heard of, diseases I did hear of, but I never saw them exacerbated to that extent with some of the patients. Responsibilities that I was not used to being a long-term care nurse, because I passed those things on to the hospital because they take care of that there. It was a lot. But the things that I learned in my short, brief stint in acute care, it has helped me be a better long-term care nurse. I think it's made me kind of an annoying long-term care nurse now, because it's like I can look at a patient and I can tell by sometimes even looking at a patient, I can look at him and I can be like, oh, his hemoglobin level low. Let's do a H&H or a CBC. Like, I'm that type of nurse now. I can, I can kind of like look at a patient and be like, ooh, I bet you his hemoglobin low. Let's do a H&H and get a CBC. Or I can tell, like, if a patient is, say a patient's has a temperature and they're vomiting their food, and they're not wanting to eat, my first thought goes to, oh, this patient is impacted. Let's go ahead and give him a suppository or enema. Like I think to that level. And then I think, okay, well, his temperature is up because he's dehydrated, because he's not wanting to take any fluids or anything in because he's constipated. So yeah, I think along those lines, I'm quick to be the nurse that want to give somebody IV fluids in the long-term care setting, y'all. You can't tell me half them people in there don't be getting dehydrated. And I'm that nurse that's always quick to say he need a bag of fluids. He needs a bag of normal. Say, like, I'm that nurse that want to say that, want to do those things. Kind of out overstepping my boundaries, I would say, because I'm not the nurse practitioner. But yeah, and I'm that nurse that's going to advocate for her patient for, like, I'm not going to sit there and watch somebody have an excessively high blood pressure for 2 and 3 days and nothing be done about it, or sit here and watch a patient blood sugar be over 300 every time you check it, and then nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody, because where I work now, they don't do sliding scale. So if a patient has a 300 blood sugar every time we check it, it's just like, oh, okay, it's 300. There's like, I think the protocol is to notify the doctor. I don't think there is a protocol to notify the doctor over 300. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think there's a protocol to notify over 300. Say if a patient is getting 50 units of Lantus, but every time you check their blood sugar, it's 300. It's like you're just putting that 300 down. We're not notifying the doctor or anything, but they're just getting 50 units and they keep being 300. At some point, the nurse needs to say, maybe they need an increase in their intermediate or long-acting insulin. Maybe I need to let the doctor know so that the doctor can take care of this. Or I'm that nurse that can see something can potentially be an issue. It's not an issue yet, but it can potentially become an issue. And so I want to go ahead and address it before it becomes an issue. So I'm more that type of nurse now, since working in acute care, versus the nurse who would just let things, not to say I would just let things linger, but I'm not going to lie. Some things I didn't jump on them right then, but now I'm like more of a preventative care. Like, I want to prevent things from happening if I see it's going down that path. I don't want to wait till a patient fall 3 times before we be like, can we initiate some interventions? Like, that's a lot of the ways that I think, and I know I get to be annoying sometimes when I do that, because I think sometimes, like, they get tired of my name. I think they get tired of me writing stuff in the little MD notification thing, like notifying them about things. But I see the path, I see the trend, and I want to stop things from happening. And I don't want to be the nurse to do interventions after something occurs. I'm the nurse that want to do intervention before it occurs. And unfortunately, that nurse is not really the popular nurse in the facility. They love to say you're thorough, but then they really don't want to do any, because, like, they don't want to, I don't know, it's like they don't want to initiate things. They don't want to initiate things. Like, I don't know. They like to wait till things happen and then do something about it. This is not a long-term care versus acute care. This is just more like me talking to y'all. So right now where I'm working, I'm still working in that same facility, and I love it, y'all. I've been doing more nights now lately, y'all. I know that is a big surprise to y'all, but I worked a day shift a couple weeks ago, and I had one death. I had 2 skin tears, and I had to send a patient out to the hospital. All that occurred on me in my 1 12-hour shift. After that, I took just primarily night shifts for the month of May. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I only have 9 more shifts in this month, and we have 21 more days in the month. So I guess that's about average. I'm still not working a whole lot, and then some of those shifts are 8-hour shifts. I went back to working more because I gotta get another vehicle, y'all. Y'all know my whole saga with that car, that vehicle I got sitting outside that's just not doing nothing but costing me money because I'm still making payments on it. And the dealership told me it's going to be like $9,000 to fix it, and I'm still paying on it. I'm going to go ahead. I was going to go ahead and trade it in because I'm upside down in it right now. Anyway, I was going to go ahead. And if y'all don't know what upside down mean, it means like I'm paying more for the vehicle than what it's worth at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and trade that in and go ahead and get me something else, and try to get something where the payments won't be no more than maybe $100 more a month than what I'm paying for that. And not trying to get no brand new nothing, because y'all, insurance is ridiculous right now. Go ahead and get me. I was gonna go ahead and get it before my birthday, but I actually didn't make the decision to get it until this month. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it next month, y'all. I'm gonna get me another vehicle. Nursing wise, I'm not stagnant, y'all, but I'm really just working this facility. I like this facility. I don't see a need to change. I was going to go to the facility closer where I am and work more 8-hour shifts. My son was supposed to leave and go to college, y'all, but I guess the universe intervened. I was a little upset that, honestly, I don't know why they're making kids go on campus for college when y'all are allowing people to be out here with all kind of weapons, just terrorizing kids on campus and kids everywhere. So I don't know why y'all are making kids come on campus for college. But the God intervened, and my son doesn't have to go on campus. Thank you, Jesus. So he will be home. So it works for all of us because he didn't want to go on campus. See, it's not like I'm just like the mother who he didn't want to go on campus, y'all. He did on campus for 1 semester. It was enough for him. He didn't want to do it no more. That's not the life. They like their privacy. They like quietness. They like to be in control of their environment. And when you're on campus, even though he was in a private room, it was 4 private rooms in that, he had no control over what the other people, people decide to do in that dorm. So he didn't want to do that no more anyway. So yeah, all that worked out, which I'm happy about that, because I'm not really worrying about his safety. My son all he does is go to the gym. He was working, but he stopped working to go back on campus, and now he doesn't have to go, so he's going to go back to work. But all he does is go to the gym like 4 or 5 days a week, y'all. That's it. And now he's about to go back to work. So since he's about to go back to work, because we were like using the same vehicle, I'm going to let him still get this vehicle that I'm driving, and I'm going to go ahead and get me something not new, because it's not going to be new, because I ain't the one for them $500 and $600 car payments, y'all. I don't want to make no more. $350 is my limit. If y'all can't get it down to $350, it ain't for me. So in saying that, I'm probably going to get another used vehicle, which I'm fine with getting a used vehicle, because I'm not trying to pay $500 a month in insurance and $500 car payment. But my birthday was on a Monday. I had nothing planned. I went and enjoyed Cinco de Mayo on Friday. That was the first time I ever went to a bar on Cinco de Mayo. It would be the first and the last, y'all. I don't like that crowded, like that overcrowd. I had to wait like 20 minutes to sit down. It's not for me. I like a more simple, quiet life. The times I go to the Mexican restaurant, I like to be able to enjoy my drink. I'm almost getting kind of paranoid, y'all, to be honest, going places, because there's so much going on in the world. I like to be able to see the entrances and see what's all going on. Like, I want to be able to watch my surroundings. And with so many people in the restaurant, I couldn't really watch everything like I wanted to. So yeah, that was a one and done for me for Cinco de Mayo. The drink was good, the food was good, but the atmosphere, it was just too much going on, and I'm more laid back and a reserved type person. What else? What else is going on? I already made a video about the business, so y'all know how that is going. I'm working on a second business idea. I'm not gonna say what it is. It probably won't come in there fruit. What's the word, y'all? Y'all know I'm Southern. I got that Southern drawl. It won't come into fruition this summer, but I am working on it. And this is another hands-off business where I don't have to show up, but it's a need in the community, and I'm going to service that need just like I did with the trash business. Y'all, excuse me for that. That was a call. We're looking to get someone to come out and pressure wash our cans because we have some cans that have been in circulation, y'all know, almost a year, and they are looking real nasty. And so we're trying to set up to where we can get a company out to pressure wash each can. The only thing is our cans are at, they're at different addresses, and the cost for them to do it, the person I just talked to, they said $20 a can. That's not gonna happen because that's like $1,600. No, that's not gonna happen. So we're looking at either hiring somebody or we're gonna just buy a 500-gallon water tank, and my driver is just gonna go through and clean everyone's can because they're looking real nasty. Anyway, I said it was gonna be about nursing, but I guess this is just about my life. I was trying to go into the summer 30 pounds lighter. I know how I messed that up, y'all. I messed that up by just eating wrong. I was supposed to be 30 pounds lighter by my birthday, and I'm not, but I started again working out, got my weights. Oh, Lord, I was going to pick that weight up for y'all. Child, I'm 20 pounds heavy. Whew. Got my weights. I be doing a body project workout in my room. Maybe I can do something for the rest of May. Like, it's only 3 weeks left in the month. Maybe I can drop about 10 pounds in these I did lose some weight, y'all. I did lose 10 pounds. Maybe I can lose another 10 before this month leaves, and then hopefully another 10 before the end of June. And I'll feel a little better about things because I really just wasted these 5 months of this year. I'm 10 pounds, y'all. That's like 2 pounds a month. Ridiculous. Anyway, if y'all got anything y'all want me to talk about, I'm supposed to do another video about the other medications in long-term care. When I go to work tomorrow night, I'm going to write some of them down and compare them to the ones I told y'all about to see if any of them are any different. But anyway, I'm Muriel, this nurse. Muriel, hope you enjoyed. This is just a life update. I'm just going to call this a life update. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.